2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And you can feel the anticipation building with the introduction of each player. Stick around. We'll be right back with playoff basketball. The Western Conference playoffs roll on. We're already down to the wire in the first round, an exciting Game 7. 2K Sports proud to bring you this one. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Jimmy Butler is out there with Podziemski. And it's Green in at the 5 spot. And for the Rockets, running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Alperen Sengun out there with Thompson. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard. Taking a look at Houston. Well, we know, Greg, they haven't played their best basketball. Now they find themselves in a do-or-die Game 7. They thought they would have wrapped up this series much earlier, but that's not the case.
Yeah, they just lack consistency throughout the course of this series. I don't know if they came in overconfident, but this is the time to check those individual egos at the door. Come together as a group and play for one another. Such an advantage to have a big man who can dish it like Draymond.
Now here's Brooks. He's defended by Podziemski. Here's Butler. And the pass to Hield. Over Green. The kick outside to Butler. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And then Hield with the dunk.
Explosive play by Hield, taking off and slamming that one down before the D could react.
And so it's Houston with it. It's a 3-point game. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. They come off the loss on Friday.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
And you know what? If you're not going to outwork your opposition, then you typically are going to get outplayed.
Now Green. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. Launches a 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
He was determined to get those points back. You could just see the competitiveness of Van Vliet there.
Podziemski. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got 3 assists tonight. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute. We discussed Steph Curry, of course, and what he advised his team to do against him. Coach said, I told our guys that we have to be right up on him, to fight over screens and not allow him to feel comfortable out there. A huge task for any defense, and we'll see if this one is up to the challenge. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
That bucket in no time at all. That's 7 points for Buddy Hield.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
They get it back. Here's Sengun. Lays it up off the glass.
Hey, he's one of the best on the offensive glass, so you've got to get a body on Sengun.
And it's Green sliding it down.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and, you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Moody's check in for Brandon Podziemski. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Here's Van Vliet. Green with the block.
Green takes great pride in his defense now. He loves denying shots at the rim and playing bigger than his 6'8" frame would lead you to believe.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
6 to shoot. Van Vliet wide open. Sinks the three-pointer. Van Vliet's got 6.
That's his second make in 7 attempts. Not the start he was hoping for.
And that one's good. Green.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Brooks with it. Now Green defending. Near the three-point line, it's Van Vliet. Van Vliet can't get that one to fall. Warriors leading by 12. Butler from outside. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Butler's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Warriors.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away. Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold, this boy. Man.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
No question who's been in control of this game.
Boy, they have really taken charge here.
Moody's shot is off. Houston's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Thompson passes to Van Vliet. The dish to Brooks. Going inside, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Seeing a lane and exploding towards the rack. What a take from Brooks.
Here's Hield. It's rebounded by Şengün.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And Şengün throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Brooks, the pass to Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Turkish thunder. Şengün tasting the sauce up top.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first. Shoots from the elbow. And it's Butler missing.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major. Not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep. Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Warriors. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be right back after this.
33.
And we're back courtside at Game 7 as this series comes to a head. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
And the Rockets with possession here. They trail by 11. So on the floor for Golden State to begin the second quarter. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Podziemski out there with Butler. And it's Post in at the 5 down low. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Making a change here. Green's checked in. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. 17 points was their biggest margin. Hield with the bucket.
A very efficient range shooter. You expect Hield to take these shots.
Brooks, left side. Smith, no good. Warriors leading by 14. Curry kicks to Hield. Puts up a deep 3. Curry can't get it to go. Houston's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. Holiday dishes to Smith. Back to Holiday. Here's Eason. From downtown. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Podziemski. Kept alive. They kick out to Hield. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got his 4th assist in this one.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Curry outside. Beyond the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Curry's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And Kevin, they dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Well, the hustle and the effort, the persistence, all of that paying off in a big way. And that's something that makes a coach smile.
Good on the triple.
Off a pass, Steph Curry, that one is always going in, or almost always going in.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Houston.
Steven Adams.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Bounce pass, Holiday. Here's Smith. The shot from the low post is good. Smith's got his first points of the night.
And providing the scoreboard they needed. That stops a 12-0 run by Golden State. Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know, that was worth the price of admission.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
Buries the long-range jumper. Butler's got 13.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Poked away. Curry fires from way outside. And the Warriors get it back. Over Holiday. Hield the pass to Curry. From outside the arc. Connects from three-point range. Curry's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
I have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Outside Holiday. Back to Whitmore. Warriors with the rebound. Hield's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that.
Curry, good.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively, and he's been absolutely relentless.
Outside Holiday. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Warriors have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts that dropped here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. Buries it from three-point range.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Outside Holiday. Smith. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Smith's got his second basket of the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Şengün's checked in for Steven Adams. Amen Thompson comes in for Jabari Smith. Green, he's checked in for Cam Whitmore. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Aaron Holiday. And then for Golden State, Kevon Looney is checked in for Draymond Green. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Brandon Bajemski. Moody's subbed in for Hield. Here's Green, and it's Green slamming it down.
Some of these dunks he throws down are absolutely absurd. What an athlete Green is.
And stolen by Thompson. He takes it in, and it's Thompson with the jam.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Kuminga finds Butler. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so Green will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Thompson with the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition team foul. Houston shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Well, Jalen Green is a product of G League Ignite, and clearly showing other folks there's a new path for potential lottery picks to take.
On a Hield, he's checked in for Jonathan Kuminga. The Rockets shooting their second and third free throws tonight. Free throw good, VanVleet.
You got to admire the steadfastness of VanVleet. I mean, he's an anchor for his team because they know they can trust him.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Here's Looney.
Golden State foul. Moses Moody. First personal foul. Second.
Here's Houston now. They're on an 11-3 run to the paint. VanVleet can't get it to go. Warriors leading by 21. Three-pointer Hield. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 8th assist here tonight.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence. He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution.
That's a 2 from Butler. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Steve. A good rhythm for you in the first half. What do you like most about how your team's competing?
Just like the ball movement, you know, the drive and kick, our guys have played really well together. We're trying to move the ball, get a great shot.
We'll see if we can keep the ball flying around as we continue. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And a heightened atmosphere we have here this evening for NBA playoff action. Hey, everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson. Got Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith by my side. Well, for the Warriors, they really came to play in the first half of this Game 7. They did not hesitate to put their stamp on this game in a hurry and are showing everyone right now they want to move on. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
They're getting everything they could ask for at the perimeter. Finding open shots, making the defense look honest. You don't like to say that, but that's what they're doing. But that defense has to adapt. The threes will just keep coming down if they don't.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
It's their defense that's put them in this spot. Giving up easy looks all over the place. It's like they don't have even a game plan in place. Check out the field goal percentage that they've allowed. Well, that's not going to cut it, man. I don't even want to talk about it.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round one. Really an incredible game from Buddy Hield.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. And they've got to do a better job boxing out.
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round one. At the guard positions, Van Fleet and Green. Thompson is out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Brooks in at the 3 spot. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
That's good from Stephen Curry.
When you talk about shot mechanics, Curry is as close as you can get to perfect. I mean, you can tell he puts a lot of work into that part of his game, and it pays off.
Curry with the steal. Pass to Podziemski. The tray. And the 3 ball is good. Podziemski's got 8.
3 points.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Van Vliet can't get it to go.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Green finds Curry. Lets it go from deep. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 5 assists in the game.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Brooks from outside. Another miss by Houston.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Outside Butler. Over Thompson. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Hield outside. 3-pointer and another 3 for Golden State. And we may have an injury here. That does not look good.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yeah, you know, aside from some of the player protection rules, which have been of benefit, a lot of it just comes down to what the body can withstand.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Trace Jackson Davis is checked in for Draymond Green. And Kuminga's subbed in for Jimmy Butler. Van Vliet with the bounce pass. And there's Green on the assist by Şengün. He has 5.
He has a great feel for scoring in the painted area. Nice play by Jalen Green.
Here's Podziemski. And another three for Golden State.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Curry on the wing. Knocks down the 3-ball. Curry's got 23.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the 3-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's Green. And he battles for the ball and gets the second change button. Green's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Terrific job by Green, utilizing that world-class speed to get out ahead of everybody else. And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
For 3, Van Vliet. The rebound by Hield. The Warriors have gotten nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime. Curry's shot is good.
As a defender, it's got to be a futile feeling when Curry's in the zone like this.
Green against Hield. Green, no luck. The Warriors have gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on. Houston's gotten off to a very slow start from 3-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. They get it back. Brooks, the third shot of the possession, finally falls for him. Brooks has got 12 in the game.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here. Only 1 of 5 this quarter.
Hits the 3-point bomb.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Delicious dime from Curry there. One of the reasons his teammates love playing with him.
Brooks outside. And Brandon Podziemski gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. A new lineup here for Houston. Then for the Warriors, Kevon Looney is checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Jimmy Butler comes in for Kuminga. Moody subbed in for Brandon Podziemski. .144 left to play in the third. And it's Whitmore missing. Warriors shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Curry kicks it to Looney. Hield dishes to Butler. Over Green. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Keep somebody on Butler. If you lose track of him, he'll nail shots like that.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Rockets. 1:14 left to play here in the third. Eason, the bounce pass. To stop the run. Drains it from beyond the arc. He's got 5.
When he's dropping dimes, an opponent gets very nervous dealing with Jabari Smith.
3-pointer Hield. Another 3 for Golden State.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
Inside, here's Smith, and then Smith with the dunk.
How about the force on that finish by Smith?
50 seconds left in the third quarter. Butler passes to Looney. Golden State moving the ball around. Takes the 3. They get it again. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Looney's got his second basket of the night.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
To the inside. And Jeff Green, the bucket on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Butler. There's the triple. Warriors the rebound. From the arc. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
And that's another 3. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad surprise.
Here's Moody. The shot comes out, and so it's the Golden State Warriors able to put on a show for the ages. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And we're with you again as our round one coverage continues. So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. There's Jackson Davis out there with Kuminga. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. Then there's Moody. And it's Post in at the center. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
Houston ball. In for the Warriors. Kevon Looney. Jimmy Butler. Gary Payton II.
And so it's Houston with it. Here's Green. And the foul called on Kevon Looney. That is his first foul of the game. Hields checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Brandon Podziemski.
Buddy Hield.
Here's Whitmore. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue to improve as a scorer.
Butler on the way. Over Green. It's rebounded by Houston. Outside Holiday. And easy 2 points on the layup.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
Here's Payton. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Stephen Curry.
All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Guys, they've done everything they can in this one to just dominate that backboard offensively and keeping control of the ball and then converting.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
And for Houston, they're shooting about 42% so far. Holiday with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Adams down low. Looney on him. And they recover it.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
Here's Payton. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense. They've been undisciplined defensively, getting themselves into foul trouble far too early.
Curry with the steal.
Clever, crafty defense. He saw that pass coming before it was even made.
And what a show of agility by Hield, getting around the contact there and right to his finish.
Hield against Holiday. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That is his first foul of the game. Jalen Green's checked in for Tate. Moses Moody, he's checked in for Golden State. Takes a three. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Here's Moody. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Moody.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Warriors have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Hield can't hit.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And a wide open look for Whitmore. Off target from outside.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit.
Good, another from 3.
The threes coming fast and furious. He is scorching the nets.
Now GA tied for the third most three-point field goals in single-game playoff history. And Whitmore throws it down.
And when he gets downhill, Whitmore is a force.
Pass to Moody. In the corner, it's Hield. And again for 3.
He's putting on a shooting exhibition that has left this entire arena slack-jawed.
And Greg, he finds himself tied for second place all-time in three-point makes for a playoff game.
Good read from Green there, getting better at sensing when his teammates are wide open and need the ball.
Hield from outside, connects again from distance.
Incandescent from long range. The defense throwing up their hands. How do you stop it?
I don't know. And he's now tied the single-game playoff record for three-pointers made. This one for 3, and again for 3.
What can you say? Wow, he's done it. The most three-point makes in NBA playoff history.
Oh, an incredible achievement, one that will surely be celebrated around the world.
And honestly, I can't remember the last time I saw a player this hot from this deep.
In the playoffs, no less. How about that? He's having a historic night.
Boy, that basket has to look as wide as a swimming pool for him right now, because he is splashing in every 3 he takes.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
And he'll head into the second round with his confidence at its highest level. He couldn't have picked a better time to take his game up a notch. .130 left in the fourth quarter. Down low, here's Green. The rebound by Post. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State.
This squad continues to impress and keep their championship dreams alive. A great series win
for the Warriors.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And for a series that went the distance, you have to admire how they were able to close it out here as the time winds down.
Yeah, well, you never know going into a Game 7 like this who is going to rise to the occasion. I think they showed they had exactly what was needed, that extra grit and grind to fight for the win fight for the series, and congratulations are definitely in order.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Stephen Curry.
Well, I thought he was their catalyst tonight, guys. Moving the rock, actively looking to set other guys up. Outstanding work.
And here are the Warriors now. 7-second difference, shot and game clock.
Golden State. Welcome to the floor, your Clutch City Denver. Substitution on the court.
24 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Shots good by Butler.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Pass to Whitmore. That one drops for him. Timeout called the Warriors. They're ahead. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure they needed this timeout, quite honestly. Perhaps a water break?
9 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Yet another bucket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. And they do it. They'll move on to round two.
The end of the game.
Thrilling fashion, guys, taking round one in what certainly will go down. Guys, it's one of the most competitive series this year.
Always love a game set and no disappointment here. And these guys are ready and excited for round two. Maybe a bit tired, but the adrenaline is still pumping.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Jimmy, I know it's been a down stretch of late here, but you were everywhere in this win.
I feel good. Made some shots, got to the free throw line, got a win. That's all I really care about, man. I'm glad we pulled this one out. Hopefully it's the start of something.
Certainly looks like it's trending up, man. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And that about wraps it up, folks. We hope you've enjoyed our broadcast of the NBA Western Conference quarterfinals. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.